Hello, hello, and welcome. I can't see what I'm doing. There we are. Ah. Hello and welcome to Durante's, to whatever channel this is. I added a new monitor, so there's all kinds of crap in my way. How's that? Of course I can't see because the phone's right in the way. Hello and welcome to HODL Harmony. That's the one where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. Are you riding this crypto wave with me? We're still waiting for it, but it is a crypto wave and it will be happening at some point soon. How are we doing? Happy Saturday. I got my audio going. I got my stuff up. I think we're good to go. I see Butters in the chat. Instead of watching Crypto Lifer, he's here with us, and I appreciate that very much. There's just not a whole lot going on in the market, so I've been kind of doing my own thing. But anyway, hi. Who am I? I am Tom Durante, the Maestro, your guide to many things. And also a humble crypto enthusiast who got into this wild world back in 2020 with just a GPU mining rig and a passion, a burning passion for passive income. That's what I'm very passionate about. I am bullish on Bitcoin and Cardano, but I also like taking profits with other coins. With my background in music, oh, he's watching both. Look at that. What up, Glitch? With my background in music and my music in the background, I bring a unique vibe to breaking down the crypto economy. That's right. Very unique indeed. Here on HODL Harmony, expect videos at some regular interval, at least a week. You know, maybe multiple times a week. Sometimes daily, but, you know, it's been busy. With market analysis, market updates, simple technical analysis to read those charts, wallet guides to keep your coins safe, stories from my ongoing mining journey, and practical crypto tips. Whether you're new or a seasoned hodler, I'm here to learn and grow with you. Remember, I may just be a few years ahead of you on your journey. I may not. But I am here to learn and grow with you. So as always, do your own research and take responsibility for your own actions. That's what I say. That is indeed what I say. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a great evening. I hope you're going to have a great evening, rest of your evening, and I hope this show will be a part of it. That one's a little clunky, but it's all right. We'll go with it. Let's see. Oh, did I set this up? No. Of course not. That would be too much to ask for, but check this out. Or don't check this out. We'll go with that for now. Check this out. I got a dual screen going on. We can thank Brave Browser for that. I was looking around and I was right clicking on stuff and I right clicked and it said new split view. And I was like, what the heck is that? And so I clicked on it and you can split your browser window between two windows. So that's pretty cool, pretty handy for watching my two favorite things in the whole wide world, Bitcoin and Cardano. That's that. And as always, it is time to refresh my camera. Which one? That one? It wasn't plugged in, and now it's plugged in. There we go. Gotta beam in our special guest for this evening, as always, the crew of the Starship Enterprise, Captain Kirk, Uhura, Spock. Why am I blanking? Sulu, McCoy, and Chekhov, or Chikov, as that one alien lady says. Anyway, let's get into some news, because we got some fun stuff to look at today. Markets are kind of dropping, kind of coming back. It's been pretty much sideways for a couple days, but that's all right. It's okay. We're setting a good support level, I would say, above 117. That's pretty good. We'll look at that when we get into the charts. So anyway, let's get into this right here. Let me see if this wants to load. There it goes. Thank you. All right. There's not a big difference between them, but it's all right. Anyway, Bitcoin hits. This is a refresh, basically, of old news, but Bitcoin hits $124,000 peak. It reached $124,000 on August 14th, my dad's birthday. Happy birthday. Driven by the Federal Reserve rate cut optimism. And unfortunately, that's all it is optimism, because we haven't actually gotten it yet, but that's all right. We will get there when we get there, hopefully in September. And 500 million in spot Bitcoin ETF inflows, though it cooled to 117,000. That's where we're at now. 117,400 just dropped a little bit amid 577 million in liquidations. The crypto market cap tops 4.1 trillion. 400 trillion, we'll get there, maybe in 50 years or so. The global crypto market cap hits $4.13 trillion, up from 3.92 trillion, fueled by institutional demand and ETF inflows, though volatility wiped out $500 million in trades per Coinpedia.org. Ethereum nears $4,800. Ethereum surged to $47.87 on August 14th, close to its all-time high. And it's probably settled just like Bitcoin has. Ripple's SEC case closes. We did talk about this. The SEC and Ripple dropped appeals, ending a 5-year legal battle, freeing the agency to draft clearer crypto rules, boosting XRP sentiment. Trump's Bitcoin ETF filing. Trump Media filed for a Truth Social Bitcoin ETF, ticker B.T. Interesting. With the SEC aiming to hold Bitcoin directly, with Crypto.com handling custody. That's bullish for Crypto.com. Solana ETF odds hit 90%. Bloomberg raised Solana ETF approval odds to 90% by year end, with Van Eyck and 21 shares filings delayed to October. That's okay, you just keep pushing it back. U.S. Treasury clarifies Bitcoin reserve. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve will use seized assets with no new spending as of yet. That's what the big news was all over X was, oh, well, we're not going to be buying Bitcoin anymore. Well, just right now, we're not going to. But what they're saying is we're going to take what we have already, and we're going to call that our strategic reserve. So that's what the news was. Bullish IPO raises $1.1 billion. Crypto exchange Bullish went public on the New York Stock Exchange, raising $1.1 billion at $37 per share, closing at $70 after 20x oversubscribed debut. Very cool. And now for some crypto mining stories. Bitcoin mining difficulty eases, although I don't know if that's entirely true because it looks like it's pretty stable. Maybe it's an upcoming easing of the difficulty. Bitcoin's mining difficulty dropped 3% from its 127 I don't know if that's terahash or what peak, offering relief to miners after a tough quarter, with hash price at $40 per petahash. CleanSpark boosts mining output. CleanSpark mined 671 Bitcoin in July, generating $752 million in annualized returns. Annualized revenue, expanding its U.S. mining dominance with new facilities. Alright, so yeah, there must not be a whole lot of news going on, because I think those are some pretty regurgitated stories. And I've been trying to get on here a little bit early and make sure, I was going to refresh it, but it looked like it was a little bit different. So I left it alone. I just want to go through the roll here. I got something new I'm going to do at the end of the stream, so stay tuned. Alright, our top 5 crypto gainers for today. ETH up 5.8%, surge to $4.4 thousand on whale accumulation. Solana up 5.7%, gained on ETF approval hype. Cardano up 5%, rose on 5 consecutive green candles. It rose on the candles because of the candles. And ecosystem upgrades. XRP up 2.5%, up on SEC case closure and ETF speculation. Bitcoin Cash up 2%, gained on DeFi integration and trading volume. All right, our top 5 losers for today. Toncoin down 6.5%, dropped in a sell the news reaction to post rebrand. Aptos down 4.2%, fell before an $11 million token unlock. Avalanche down 3.8%, declined ahead of a $38 million token unlock. A lot of token unlocks here, huh? Tron down 2%, eased despite $611 billion USDT dominance. Polkadot down 1.5%, slipped on ecosystem slowdown. All right, for those of you listening, we got 7 people listening, so I'm going to do this trivia question, so feel free to leave it in the live chat if you know it, or after the fact, you can put it in the comment section. Which Bitcoin advocate, known for co-founding BitInstant and serving as a Bitcoin Foundation board member, was convicted in 2015 for aiding illegal transactions on the Silk Road marketplace? Bitcoin advocate known for co-founding BitInstant, Bitcoin Foundation board member, was convicted in 2015 for aiding illegal transactions on the Silk Road marketplace. Alright, I'm going to do one of my new things right now. We're going to see what happens. I don't know how this is going to work. So I just want to try one now, see what happens, and if something happens by the end, maybe I'll do the other one. But anyway, so on YouTube, I'm not monetized, but on Rumble, I am. And they give me these ad campaigns that I can read. So I'm going to read one of those right now. This is for Rumble. Because if you're on YouTube, they want you over on Rumble. So they want to encourage the audience. Whoa! Totally not Googled. That was Googled, but we'll give you a point anyway. Because it's been so long. Charlie Shrem, indubitably. Indubitably indeed. I'm starting to suspect that Butters put a hit out on Fussy because, then he could overtake him in... Oh, those are old numbers. Okay, so you're at 7, I think, now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, those are old numbers. I haven't updated that in a while, apparently. Let's see if I can do that live. Charlie Shrem, indeed. Let's see. Ow. Get this thing out of my way. All right, let's see. There we go. So Dragon's Den has 2. Fussy actually had... Nope, he had 5, so we're going to leave him at that. And Butters is our current leader on the leaderboard with 7. Let's see if that updates literally live. Let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. It did it literally live. All right. So just like I'm about to do a literal ad read live. This is my first ad read ever. So pay attention. If you are on YouTube and you have not experienced Rumble, they want to encourage you to download the Rumble app so they get notifications every time I go live. Wow, that's literally something I say. Be sure to let them know when they follow you. It'll help remind them. This is not the ad read. This is the instructions. So yeah, so if you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content you want. I'm going to just read it. Once you've got it, search for my channel and hit follow. That way, you'll get a notification every time we go live. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or pinned in the live chat. Download it to your phone and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble, follow the channel, and be part of the action. So there you have it. Yeah, let's see. Let me just give you a link because it wasn't right there. It's basically just rumble.com. Let me just do that. Yeah, there's a lot of people. I mean, pretty much everything that you have on YouTube, you're gonna have on Rumble most likely. And it's, you know, it's a lot more free speech oriented, so that kind of stuff is good. So I have a, what was that? I have another ad for later in the show for a video game that I actually played quite a bit of. So we'll see if we can read that, but I'm just trying to see if anything happens on here because I did read the thing. So I don't know. I don't know what happens. So we're going to try something new out and maybe it'll boost my money that I get to make. I've made 1 penny on Rumble, which is more than I've ever made on YouTube. So there you have it. All right. Well, that was fun. Let's go back into this. Let's go back over here to my cool dual stream. Cool dual screen, not stream. It's a dual stream because I'm dual streaming, but it's a dual screen on my dual stream. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. So sorry. So we are looking, I'm just trying to readjust some things here. Okay, looks good, looks good. All right. So here we are. We are looking at a price of $117,415. It looks like it's turning around here, which is good news. And ADA, I don't even have to move the window. It's right here. ADA is at 91.66, 91 cents, 91.67. So that's fun. That's exciting. We can see the blue wave starting to come up here. We hit the bottom, we're coming up, and Bitcoin is just starting a blue wave. So we may have a little bit further down to go for Bitcoin, but hey, what do you say to a weekend pump? I usually don't like them because, you know, CME gaps and all, but hey, it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we may as well just embrace it and enjoy it. And we got 9 people watching. Congratulations. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully you're having fun. Let me know what you think. Say hey in the comments. All right, so tomorrow we will go through and we will look at our weekly outlooks for everything. So today we just want to see what everything's doing. Our change, you know, today was Saturday, so no stocks were traded today. Isn't that unfortunate? I'm pretty sure the foreign exchange and commodities markets are open. I'm not sure if those are 24 hours. I thought so. 24/7. I'm not sure. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. Wow, we got 11 people watching. 6 on YouTube, 5 on the Rumble. Yo, Dragon's Den, how are you doing? Do you know if the foreign exchange and the commodities, do those go on weekends? Doesn't look like they're changing. But anyway, so the price of gold is $3,335. That's a lot of threes per ounce. Silver is 37.98. I think it was up. No, I think it was 38 this week. Oil, $63 a barrel. Okay, and there's our foreign exchange, at least the ones that I've picked. Dollar index going down, which is always good for our cryptocurrencies. All right, like I said, ADA is at 91 cents. Algorand is 26 cents. Bitcoin is 117,420. Snicker. Don't know, that's okay. Hash rate looks like it is going up. More people bringing miners online. Multiverse X, $15. Ethereum Classic, $22. Hedera hash graph, 25 cents. And Internet Computer Protocol, $5.42. I really need to figure out how to put other things here because I don't care much about stocks. All right, let's continue going here. Just for fun, we'll take a look at this. Oh, stuff's happening. Stuff is happening. Overall down, but I think we're gonna start turning it around here soon. Let's take a look at this one. Oh. Thanks for telling us about this, Dragon's Den. These are fun little charts. Okay, look, you had a short signal. If you've been watching this thing, you had a short signal, first take profit, second take profit. Looks like we might get another take profit. Demand zone is right in here. So hopefully when we dip down into there, some people wake up and start to buy. All right, here we go. Cryptocurrency prices. Let's look at our top 20 or so, whatever we can get through. All right. Over an hour, we're down. Over the last day, we're down just a little bit. Ethereum down just a little bit, 4,400. XRP, $3.10. Tether, $1. BNB, 843. Solana, don't care. USDC, less than $1. You could arbitrage a little bit, if that's the right word for that. Look at all that movement. Tether. Okay. I saw something that Cardano flipped Doge, but I guess not. I thought it was maybe market cap. No, I guess not. I don't know. Tron, 34 cents. Chainlink, $22. Okay, Stellar Lumens. I don't know who's still using that. Sui, $3.76. Bitcoin Cash, rounding out the top 20 right there. And Hedera, just a little bit lower down there. All right, Litecoin. Whoa, Litecoin, $120. Look at that. All right, I saw something over here I didn't like. Not this thing. Further down here. Heck yeah. Cat chart. I have to pull up my YouTube app to see what you guys are putting in there. Orange cat. Dopamine chart. Which one? Oh, the one with the casino sounds. Oh yeah. All right, so fear and greed, hanging on. Oh no, we just entered neutral. I was gonna say hanging on to greed, but we just entered neutral. Look at this, altcoin season index. We're shifting more towards altcoin season. We were in the 30s and now we're in the 40s. So Bitcoin losing its hold. 58 on the Bitcoin dominance. Look at that. So that is bullish for altcoin season. You know, we're gonna swing back and forth with the pendulum here until Bitcoin hits a peak, and then altcoins will have their heyday. Okay, so our dominance. I mean our what is this? This is our active addresses. You know, just to get a glimpse on what's happening on the chain. You know, active addresses for Bitcoin. Okay, dipped a little bit today from yesterday. So this is, you know, this is pretty interesting just to see it move. We just want to kind of peek and see that. And again, Grok said the Bitcoin mining difficulty dipped, but that's not showing me here. Maybe tomorrow it will. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's time for a difficulty adjustment, so I'm not sure what Grok was talking about. All right, this is what I was saying here I did not like. We were at number 5, weren't we, if I'm not mistaken? But look, Google took off on a tear, Amazon, and Bitcoin has just been stagnant, so you know they overtook it. But we're in a good battle here for 6th and 5th place. You know, we're gonna flip these eventually pretty solidly, and then we'll be looking at Apple, and then we'll be looking at Microsoft. And look, they're not too far off. You know, from where we're at, it's a little bit far, but once we get up here, it won't be that far at all. I have a feeling maybe $5 trillion will be the top of our market cap at the end of this cycle, at the peak of this cycle. So maybe we'll get up to number 2. And then we'll start to fall during the presumable bear market that we will get into. Unless this time actually is different, then you never know what's going to happen. All right, so interest in everything is dropping. Maybe it's just the first week back to school. I don't know about up north, but down here in Florida, kids are starting back up to school. It was the first week in 11 years that I did not have to go back to school to start teaching. So sad, exciting, all the things. All right, so everything's dropping. You know, we're back into the 20s for Cardano. As far as interest goes, we are back into the 20s for Bitcoin. That's incredibly interesting. All right, I did find out that I was looking at this way too far out, so I zoomed into a month, and now we can see very clearly the Coinbase app. 235. Okay, so we were up pretty significantly, so that's good. That's good. This is a top signal. When this gets to 1, when Coinbase becomes the most popular app on the App Store in the US, then that is a peak cycle indicator. All right, let's just kind of look and see what's happening here. Crypto prices today. That's what the heck? I don't understand. There must be nothing going on in the news. We did have. Let's go. Where are we here? We did have Trump and Putin have a meeting. Maybe we'll find that on X. I think I may have some. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not it. Yes, thank you for the reminder. Make sure everybody gets in and claims their night tokens. If you held any Cardano, what else was it? Let's go to the website there. If you held any. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. There you go. If you held any ADA, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, BNB, Avalanche, is that Avalanche? AVAX, or Basic Attention Token, $100 equivalency in any of those tokens on June 11th. 2 weeks. 2 weeks left? No, it looks like here. I don't know, they still got like 2 months to do that. So it started a couple weeks ago, and they have, it's 60 days is how long that it runs. So it looks like October 4th is the final day to claim, if you're going to make a claim in the Glacier drop. After which, if you are, currently in a coma or something, or incapacitated or unable to get into your stuff, you'll be able to do it still for the next 4 years with the lost and found claim, but it'll be a tiny percentage of what you would have been able to get now. And after this, I'm looking forward to the scavenger mine, where we can do things. I don't know what those things are, but we can do things to claim more night. So it looks like you can mine them, solve computational tasks. Interesting. No special hardware is needed. There, use your own computer. That's pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. Make sure you get in there and claim that stuff. All right, so there's that. Any news? It seems like it's just a slow news week, other than Trump and Putin having their little talk. Let's see. Am I seeing double? Nope, it's the Winklevoss twins. Best investment environment ever. This is good. I mean, it's super exciting to be a part of this that is going on right now. Oh, I see. After Coinbase is #1 on the App Store. Gotcha. Yes, there is a little bit of delay between what I'm saying and when the chat rolls in. Just a bit. Maybe 10, 15 seconds, something like that. ChatGPT's Bitcoin analysis. Bitcoin holds 117K as the Treasury pursues budget-neutral strategic reserves. So yeah, that's what they're trying to do, budget neutral. So maybe with all these tariffs and things like that that are going on, we'll start to invest more. A mystery whale and Bitmine buy 800 million in Ethereum, almost 900 in Ethereum. While retail panic sell. Stop selling your crypto, everybody. Please. It's not the time for that. Let's see how my node is doing. This wasn't loading up earlier, so I'm gonna let it do its thing and come back. My mouse is not clicking. I love this. All right, let's check and see here. Staying pretty steady. So just a reminder, I have switched over my Avalon Q to solo mine. So far, nothing, but I'm hoping eventually there will be something. Okay, well, we can't check in on that. It's probably a little bit over 55%. I don't know why it's taking so long, but I don't want to mess with it. I just want it to be done. All right, so let's take a look at some X stories, and we will call it a night here. As a die-hard Bitcoiner, all my work is open source and completely free. I guess he does analysis and things like that, so check that out if you want to. Chart shows the power law divergence indicator, the most powerful indicator he created to date. Historically, this indicator shows good selling opportunities at over 60% or buying at negative 60% green area. Right now, we are just around 14%. So just HODL or add to your stacks. We're early, which is just insane because of all the stuff that we're sitting around, you know, all-time highs and things like that, and we're early. This is crazy. So yeah, we're looking, you know, we're just in such a neutral area, and yeah, we've hit some highs and lows and things like that over the last, you know, what is this? There's no time scale on this. Oh yeah, look at this. This is years. So we've just been chilling in neutral zone for this entire cycle. A little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up. Like that was our drop to 170. Like look at it. You can't even. It doesn't even look like anything, but overall, up and to the right, which is great. So yeah, I mean, everything is taking its time. It's taking its slow time, but it's definitely a good time to be in the market. So hopefully your bags are packed. You're ready to go. This is just interesting here. I saw this. Vegas tourism will stay down. They charge you $50 a day just to use the fridge in your hotel. That's pretty stupid. Storing personal items. What? Why? Like that is the dumbest thing. I'm a baller on a budget, so whenever I go anywhere, I usually have snacks and food or whatever, or like you go out to eat and you get leftovers for later, midnight snack. Why can't you use the fridge? Exactly. That's kind of dumb. That's all I'm saying is that's kind of dumb. Speaking of midnight tokens, 1 billion night tokens, that's crazy. After the first week of Glacier Drop is just the beginning, read the highlights from Rare Evo to learn how Midnight's dual component tokenomics and unique architecture will deliver rational privacy for Web3. Oh man, did you see that? Those pins looked awesome. Glacier drop
amazing. The
pins.
energy here is incredible. It's amazing.
Pause it. Yeah, that's one reason to go to these things is you get cool merch. Look at that. Glacier drop pins. That's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe one day I'll go to one of these things. Yeah, I can't believe it. They want you to use their restaurants. Yeah, and don't get any leftovers. Don't you even think about saving leftovers or using our fridge, or that'll cost you $50. Get out of here. I'll bring my own fridge. What do you think of that, Vegas? Yeah, so midnight is incredibly exciting. I'm just super excited about this. Cardano in general, but then they went ahead and made a whole new... It's like Cardano wasn't good enough, but it is. They had to go and make a whole new blockchain. It's incredible. Like, was this stuff not possible on Cardano? Or it's just they needed to just start from scratch and say, you know what? Let's just do it all over again. We made the best blockchain there ever will be in Cardano. Let's do it again because we need a privacy layer. We need an identity layer. Charles Hoskinson and his team are geniuses. I'm not following Midnight. Now I am. I'm not following Steak and Shake. Now I am. I recently watched a Bitcoin influencer at a conference. He had a personal assistant and hired a hired camera guy to document his interactions. He's the kind of person who's always looking over your shoulder or around the room as you talk to him. I do not monetize my time and effort on X on any platform ever. I consider Bitcoiners my friends and family. I accept podcast requests because of two things: the hope that it might orange pill someone, and to support those in the space who might be struggling or want more info. I am not and never will be an influencer. The give a F meter is at an all-time low. You know, I'm not, I think the same thing, you know. I get distracted, so I kind of, I do look over your shoulder or around the room as I'm talking to you, but it's not because of anything. It's just because I'm like ADD and I'm just like, ooh, what's this over here? Like, that's just, I notice I do that and I try not to, but it happens. But yeah, I mean, I'm not on that level yet. So I don't think this applies to me, but I am on this level where I want to orange pill people, or blue and white pill people, Cardano, that sort of thing. So yeah, shout out, speaking of that, shout out to Dragon's Den for being the first person to ever pay me for piano services in crypto. It was pretty cool. I went over there. I still need to go see the bookstore, so I'm going to go back at some point. It's just straight down the road, just 50 miles. So yeah, I definitely want to go back and see that, but thank you for doing that. That was pretty cool. I figured it was a cool moment for both of us. You know, I get paid in crypto, ADA, and you get to buy things with ADA or pay for services in ADA. So I thought that was pretty cool. Thanks for being game for that. And lovely house, lovely piano, lovely people. So let's just see this. And I watched a clip of this and I didn't notice that they had Cardano listed on Fox Business. So that's cool. When we get back to doing some morning streams, we'll be looking at that. There you go, Butters. There you go. Hey, you keep talking about it, it's gonna happen eventually. We're gonna Florida pill you. I mean, your Lifer is down here, you know? Lifer's here, Crypto Crow's down here, I'm down here, Dragon's Den is down here. It must be the place to be. It must be. I think we all agree that it's the place to be. It's not for nothing. I mean, it is a little hot. It's a little bit on the hot side. I think eventually when I can afford it, I'm going to be the opposite of a snowbird. During the summer, I'm going to go north to get into the cooler weather. I would love to have a place in Montana. The last, 10 years or so, that's been just in my head. Like, I want to be in Montana. So I'm going to look for some land out there, build me a little log cabin, and heat it with Bitcoin miners. That's the dream, folks. That's the dream. I got the miners. I just need the cabin and the land. So we're working on it. And the family. That'd be nice too. I mean, I could totally just be a solo, lone wolf up there in the mountains, but it's nicer if you got somebody to share it with. But back to crypto here. ADA in the Fox stock ticker is a sign of things to come. Yeah, ADA, Cardano. It's going to be the future of a lot of things. If you're missing out on ADA, you're going to miss out on a lot. It's going to blow right past all of your BS coins. Let's count the coins that it's going to blow past. All right, so right now, Cardano in the top 10. That's great. Okay, Dogecoin. Yeah. Staked Ether. Whatever. USDC, I don't think is going anywhere. I'm not a big fan of stablecoins, but from what I understand, the stablecoins are more useful in the developing world where they need access to the dollars, but they can't get, bank accounts and things like that we can. So that's where the stablecoins come in. But I see all of this stuff going by the wayside. Ethereum, XRP, BNB. Why are you even still up here? Solana, Staked Ether, and Dogecoin. Bye-bye. All of them. All of them. Until Yellowstone blows. I don't know. Is that likely to happen? I don't know. But let's see. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins that I see going way down. Yeah, Yellowstone blows and we're all screwed. If I'm gonna be screwed, I want to be screwed right then and there. I don't want to be some kind of like mutant and like disheveled and disfigured and all that stuff. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go right down. Yep. So ADA on Fox News, that's pretty impressive. Okay, real talk. Are you prepared for ADA to pump? Okay, it must just be my algorithm because I interact with people who like ADA, like La Petite ADA, and all these other people who talk ADA. But yeah, so my algorithm is just super ADA-fied right now, which, I'm okay with. Are you prepared for ADA to pump? I know I am. Not just to $1 or breaking the local high around $1.30. Local high. No, that's chump change. I'm talking the move we have seen Cardano do before. 100% plus in a day, sometimes days in a row. It will melt faces. I'm having a little trouble speaking today, but that's okay. It will melt faces soon. That isn't on my bingo card. South Florida's out of the blast area, but what if it blasts and then throws chunks of Wyoming on top of us? I don't know. Is that likely to happen? Is that like something we should be afraid of? I feel like there's a lot more things that we should be afraid of. But hey, man, if there's something to worry about, somebody's going to worry about it. That's for sure. You know what I do? I just stay humble, stack my sats, focus on my craft. Bitcoin Cardano, the way to go. The way to go. Oh yeah, Glitch Cut's in Florida too. A majority of the people who watch this channel are in Florida. And that's not just because of me. Cardano, don't you forget. I need like a Cardano pillow, because I got my Bitcoin pillow. That's a big one. It's a big one. Is it a big concern? I don't know. All right. Yeah, so just finishing this one. I'm super duper excited for these moves to be happening. And I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. Please happen soon. Okay. No, put me back. I was a whole coiner. Would you? Okay, leave this in the chat. Would you rather be a whole coiner in the Matrix or you right now, not in the Matrix? Presumably not in the Matrix. I don't know. Would you rather be a that guy, whatever that guy's name was in the Matrix, who was like, I know this isn't steak, but it's delicious and I want to eat it. So would you rather be a whole coiner in the actual Matrix, or let's just say a portion of a whole coiner right now in the real world? What do you think? Yeah, Hal Finney writing an email early on. I saw this earlier. With 20 million coins, which is actually less now. I think it's more like 19 because of all the stuff that was lost. That gives each coin a value. So, what is it? Estimated total worldwide household wealth from 100 trillion to 300 trillion. Give Bitcoin a value of 10 million per coin. Right? So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Cypher, thank you. All right, you can always get me with a Lord of the Ring meme. This is the U.S. government right here, Bilbo Baggins. After all, why not? Why shouldn't we print more money? The fall of civilization in one meme. This little bossa nova is so fun. I need to go make some more AI music. That's what I should do. I also got to record. I have some stuff that I need to record. Whoa, what happened here? Dang it. Let's go back. I've been spending a lot of time on X, so I think a lot of it I've just been interacting with stuff. All right, Grok is having its Sydney Sweeney moment. Try using Grok for everything. I basically already do. So that's fun. Hopefully you do too. AI is basically the new search engine. That's what I saw. Grok says Yellowstone volcano, is not likely to erupt. If Grok says it, it must be true. Right? So I'm going to go get me some property right next to Yellowstone. Because what happens is if I'm right here and Yellowstone's right here, it blows up. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm right here. It goes over me. Right? If it does happen, I don't know if it will happen anytime soon. See, I saw this. Oh, this was a couple days ago. Yesterday. Cardano flipped Dogecoin. Yesterday. 10-second speed run of a crypto mining farm. Voscoin has been putting out the shorts like crazy. So there's a tool I've been learning about that everything's behind a paywall. You got to pay for everything. So I may just pay for this thing because it looks like it makes some. I don't know if this is what he's using. This whatever, I forget what it's called. But it takes your long form videos and cuts them up into shorts. So for like $80 a year, I might just go for that. All right. So something I saw. What happened here? Even over 100 years. Man, Mr. Butters is cooking up on Grok here. Let me read this. Even over 100 years, a Bitcoin crash to $10 seems less likely that Bitcoin will crash to $10 than a Yellowstone eruption, meaning that a Yellowstone eruption is more likely, primarily because of the crypto market's growth, institutional adoption, and Bitcoin's fixed supply, makes such a collapse extraordinarily impossible compared to the geological rarity of a supervolcanic event. I didn't even know Yellowstone was a volcano, but okay, I don't know much about geology or whatever. The volcano's probability is low, but grounded in measurable geological cycles, while Bitcoin's drop to $10 would defy current economic and technological trends. Thank you for that moment, brought to you by Mr. Butters. So I saw something. I'm going to make a video on this because I saw something really cool today. And maybe I'll show you a clip of it. Sorry, I'm trying to do like two things at once here. So Dragon's Den. Let's congratulate Dragon's Den I am going to upgrade Dragon's Den to a moderator. He's been around, he's been doing a lot of things. So we have 2 moderators now, and yeah, so Mr. Butters and Dragon's Den are our moderators on the channel. Congrats. Congrats. I was going to tell him earlier, but I wanted it to be a surprise. Wrong chat. Boom. All right. So there you have that. Let's see here. So, okay, here we go. So the same engineers who built your iPhone just entered. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, man, we can't have too many moderators, right? We got 6 people watching. There's so much going on. We need more moderators. The same engineers who built your iPhone just entered Bitcoin mining. Wait, what? I saw the beginning of this thing and I was like, ooh, this is cool. They saw what everyone else missed. Miners fail, like 1990s computers. Proto turns a 3-year disposable, which I don't really believe, into a 10-year infrastructure. Here's the $100 million insight that they discovered. Did anybody else see this? The Proto rig. Is that oh, what? What is this? Oh, okay. So this is like a whole thread. Did anybody else see this? It came up in my YouTube feed, so I watched part of it. It was like a 45-minute little intro to this. Let's see, where's my thing? Oops. Where is it? It's on my other account. I'm sure I could watch it here too, but you know, it's over. I've already watched it, so why go back and do things that I've already done? Where is it? There it is. Alright, so this is pretty cool, I have to say. Let me pull this up here. Alright, so they're basically reinventing the Bitcoin miner, which is pretty cool. And apparently they're the people behind Square, the card readers and things like that. So apparently they're the people behind that. And I guess the iPhone or whatever. And what is that? The Blockstream Jade, it looks like. So they said, you know, Bitcoin miners break, things break, software sucks, infrastructure, whatever, software is a challenge. And so this thing is basically plug and play. Look how pretty it is. I do not want to even think about how much that will cost. And I will probably buy one. Look at that. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plugs on it. I think it uses 3-phase electricity. But there is such a thing as a phase converter. I have a carpenter friend, this guy that showed me all about player pianos, that basically he's got a table saw, a commercial grade or industrial grade table saw that uses 3-phase power, but he's got it running on a phase inverter so he can run it on a 2-phase power. Or single phase or whatever it is. But this thing looks intense. But it's pretty cool. So these are the fans. You don't need any tools to change out a fan module or to change out a hashboard. Okay, so anything goes wrong with this miner, you literally pull something off and put something back on. It's insane. I don't know when they're coming out, but I know that I want one. I don't know that I will get one, but I know that I want one. And look, you get internet here. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plugs. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hash boards and 6 fans running across these things. So basically they're like, it's taking 3 mining rigs in the space of 2 mining rigs now, basically. And so this looks really cool. I'm going to do a whole video just on these, just kind of like a little reaction to this, because this is incredible. This is like the iPhone of Bitcoin miners, which is, you know, kind of a cool idea. So yeah, that's all the parts right there. It's hash boards on a rack that you can just pull out or whatever, and then fans, and then the power supplies, and that's basically it. I don't know what that is up there. But yeah, so I didn't watch this whole thing yet, but he's like, oh hey, let's take a look at this thing. But that looks pretty freaking sweet. You can pull out a whole power supply, boom, swap it out. You know, I wonder if you could just run it with just, you know, a third of this, or if they'll make a small one that would be, you know, able to be used in a home. Because this seems like it's more of like an industrial thing for big mining farms. Or maybe I just have to step it up, god damn it, and get a big loan and start a business and start a mining farm, because that's what I'm qualified to do, you know. Maybe that's what I just need to do. But yeah, I'm gonna finish watching all that and see what they got. Are they gonna do a small one? Oh yeah, then their software. They're making new software and all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, so I'll do a reaction to that. It'll be pretty interesting to see what happens. All right, so let's see. Is there anything else here? Okay, so this is something I had an idea about, because I want to do, I really want to go, I'm already all in investing in crypto, but I want to go all in business in crypto, right? So I could start a small scale mining farm. I could run it, you know, I just need the capital to do so and the place to do it. Preferably something with, you know, cheap energy. So that's an idea that I have. And another idea that I have is I want to start a crypto consulting firm, because there's so many people around here, these rich retirees, maybe even not rich retirees, just retirees in general. And my piano business takes me to all kinds of interesting places, from the low down to the up high. You know what I mean? So I'm in mansions and I'm in trailer parks, and there's no difference to me. Like, a piano is a piano. Sometimes the old crappy pianos are way harder to tune than the big fancy pianos, the expensive, nice grand pianos, right? The grand pianos are actually way easier to tune. You know, Dragon's piano that I tuned today, it hadn't been tuned in like 5 years, and I think I was the last person to tune it. I'm just assuming. And it was pretty much in tune. It was really close to being in tune. Yeah, there were some things out of tune. Yeah, it still took me an hour to do. And then I did some repairs and things like that after the fact to make it really, really working good and everything, you know, bring the joy back into their life. But the nicer pianos are way easier to work on than the crappy pianos. But guess what? They both cost the same. I don't charge more for the expensive pianos. I actually gave him a discount because he paid in crypto. So if you want your piano tuned and you want a discount, you can pay in crypto. Why? Why would I give a discount? Why does that gas station up north give a discount? Because crypto is going to appreciate, right? The dollar is going to depreciate. So that's why. So, you know, it's one of these things. I want to get certified as a financial advisor. You know, that's a goal I have. So then I could say, this is financial advice. This is not financial advice. But then I could say it if I was. And I could go around to the people with the fancy pianos and say, hey, have you heard of Cardano? Have you heard of Bitcoin? Of course you've heard of Bitcoin. Are you afraid of Bitcoin? Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you not to be afraid. And yeah, so that's, I want to educate people on the correct way to do things, the correct way to hold their money, and, you know, get them prepared for the future. Because, you know, we're looking at some difficult times in the near future for traditional markets. So that's why I strongly believe in crypto and all of this stuff, and I want you to as well. All right. Yeah. This is interesting here. Let's end on this one here, and then I'll do my last little ad read for a video game that I like and I play. Find it funny how Charles Hoskinson is launching a new Layer 1 coin. Layer 1 Plus? I don't know what that means. 100% of the supply is going to be airdropped. Virtually all of all of CT can claim it. What? CT? Help me out there. I don't know what that is. What's happening here? Virtual, Cardano tokens, maybe. Can claim it, and yet no one is talking about it. Yeah, basically. That's what I say. It's interesting. Interesting. The goal of Grok Imagine is to give you superhuman imagination powers. If you haven't tried that out yet, let's take a look-see here on our market before we sign off, before I do my last little ad read that I would do. If you've not played around with, I don't know if I showed this already, it's been a couple of days since I've been on, and I was going crazy playing with this. So I have this picture right here. It's my new headshot that we took last year. We did a composite picture, and all of us got our nice little picture taken, and I'm using this for my headshot because I never really had a nice headshot. So there I go. So I took that picture, I put it into Grok Imagine, okay, and then I have it make me into a video. Look at that. That's pretty cool. It even adds music and stuff. The audio is not great on the Grok Imagine, but hey, you know what? It's making a little video, and then it made a little scary one. I don't know what's all flying all around, but it's just crazy. Making me into a video. I mean, it's so realistic. It's so freaky. So freaky. I don't know if you've ever seen this picture of my great uncle Jimmy Durante, but it made that into a video, and it did a pretty good job. Like, it's so freaking funny. It's so funny. I'm gonna embarrass my friend. It made this video of him with a fish falling into the water. If he actually fell into that water, we would have never seen him before, because that current is booking it. We're in a big, I think it's the St. John River up in Jacksonville, but that was up in St. Augustine. And then this is a picture that I posed for, just holding my baton up. It was like a yearbook picture for the school yearbook, and it made that into a video, and it put music with it. It's incredible. So if you haven't tried this out, you really need to try this out. Here's one with me with like $500 trillion. It's back when I was rich in Zimbabwe. Actually, in college in Tallahassee at FSU. But I bought those. That's a long time ago. Anyway, let me read this thing here for you, because I don't know if you heard me talk about this game before. Let me pull it up here. This is a game I've been playing for over 15 years, I would say. And I got into it a long time ago. And, I guess they delete your account if you haven't played in a while. It's a, limited space on things. But this is sort of in the vein of, it's like Cornucopias. I'm going to do a live stream where I go on and play Cornucopias so that you guys can see it. Because Cornucopias is also kind of, it's a, let's see if I can get on here. There we go. It's like an open world, but this is built on Cardano, right? And so this is an open world, Cornucopias. You can see the trailer. I'm pretty sure we looked at this already before. I tried to do a stream where I played it, but it didn't work because I had just needed to update and things like that. But I've got NFTs, and the NFTs are part of the game. So like you go on and you make, I need you to turn on, please. That'd be great. You go on and you get these NFTs, like you get a car. I was driving the car around, and you get land, which I'm super excited about. They've been talking about this for a while, getting land on here and things like that. So you'll be able to go in and claim your land. You'll be able to build things. I'm going to build something in Cornucopias. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'll build like a little piano workshop, and then it'll be so meta. I'll be a piano technician in a game where I'm a piano technician in real life. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to do something in there. Maybe I can show off, make some maybe I'll make a little, because I got a couple different lands. You know, I definitely want to sell one. I don't remember if I have 2 or 3. You know, some of it was an investment. I spent, you know, 100 ADA on something. I want to get a good return off of that and sell some of the land. But I have a decent chunk of land, and I get to pick whatever land I want. You know, go in and claim the land plot that I want. So we'll be doing more of this, but I have an ad read for this game here. Entropia Universe. If you've never heard of it, it was one of the first games, it may have been the first game, with a real cash economy. Two-way, right? A lot of games you can put money in, but you can't necessarily take it out. This one, you can. It's, you know, really difficult to get enough money to get anything out, but it doesn't cost anything to play, so you can do it for free, create resources, go and create and gather resources, and then sell them for real world money, and you could potentially cash out. You know, it's just not that easy to get a lot of money, but you could. It's possible. So here this is. This is a challenge for you. Okay? Look, this is a script I'm going to read. Look, most of the world today is designed to be safe, to be easy, to give you a cheap dopamine hit, that's for sure, without any real effort or risk. But where's the challenge in that? Where is the real reward? If you're looking for an arena with real stakes, you need to know about Entropia Universe. This isn't just another game. It's a massive multiplayer online universe with a real cash economy. That means every single item, from the ammo you use to the armor you craft, has a tangible value tied directly to the US dollar. This is the digital frontier. It is a true free market where you can hunt creatures, mine for resources, and manufacture goods, then sell them to other players for cash that you can withdraw right to your bank account. It's a grind, it's high risk, but the rewards are real. We're talking about players hitting jackpots worth thousands of dollars from a single loot drop. This isn't for the faint of heart. This is for the hustlers, the entrepreneurs, the people willing to bet on themselves and build a digital enterprise. If you think you have what it takes to compete in an economy with real consequences, prove it. Go to joinentropia.com and start your journey. That's joinentropia.com. I will paste that link. Oops. In the chat and in the description area below. So please, thank you for sticking around. We have 11 people on here. 11 people watching right now. And hopefully, you know, you can check that out. I'll do the Rumble one more time. If you're watching on YouTube, you know, you can check this out and see what you think. What happened to my music? Interesting. My music just stopped. So if you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected to the content you want once you've got it. Search for my channel, HODL Harmony, and hit follow. That way, you'll get a notification every time we go live. No missed shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now using the link in the description or pinned in the live chat. Check for it. Download it to your phone, and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available on all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble. Follow the channel and be a part of the action. Okay, Rumble, you can pay me now. That would be great. I mean, there's more of these. What else do I have here? Nothing else that I would want to read. We'll start with those. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm just kind of getting into this. We'll start with those. I don't know how this works. I don't see anything telling me that, hey, you did a good job or whatever. But, like, I read it. I read one of them twice. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But according to Rumble, I have enough followers. So please make sure you hit follow on Rumble. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Check me out on X. I'm on Instagram, but I don't do a whole lot on there, admittedly. So we've been going here over an hour. This has been a good live stream. Hopefully you had fun. We still got some people watching. So sound off in the chat if you want to be more engaged. And of course, join the conversation on Discord. I'll post another link here for that because as you can see, we've got quite the community in our Discord. It's free, it's fun, and there you go. So, if you want to help out humanity in our mission of evolution, there's a couple things that I will ask of you. Number one, be patient with yourself. The person in the mirror. That is truly the only person who matters or should matter to you. Take care of number one before anything else. Number two, be respectful of other people. Period. End of song. Not only period, but end of song. Unless you think that they don't deserve your respect. In which case, you should respect them even more. You know what I mean? Number three, be honorable to all earthlings, big and small. End of story. That's all it takes. Number four, remember your body is mostly water. Get your daily dose and stay hydrated. Ooh, that's the first drink I had all stream. That's crazy. All right. If you want to help out the channel in our mission of education and growth, there's a couple things that I will ask of you. Number one, hit that like button. Number two, smash the subscribe. Number three, poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number four, share the show with everyone you know. That'll help us grow for sure. Number five, join the free Discord, the community on Discord. Join the conversation. Number six, I think. Become a patron on Patreon. Support me as an artist and a creator here. Look forward to more exclusive content and exclusive access to me. And there you have it. I think that's it. Check us out. We're doing 6,027 subscribers. It was a little bit higher. We lost a couple, but hey, they come and go. Easy come, easy go. That's what they say. If you've done all those things, and I know you haven't, but it's okay. I'll forgive you this time. If you've done all those things, there's only one more thing for you to do for the multiverse, for the universe, for the galaxy itself, for the solar system, and that's the volume. And the planet. It's hard to see if I can't see what I'm doing. The planet. Now that we're down to Earth. For your country, your city, your community, your block, your street, your house, your room, the most important thing that you should do for yourself and all the other people who are encompassed in all of those other locations that I mentioned, the most important thing that you should do for all those people and yourself is have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow night for our weekly recap. Take care.